Hi, it's Katrina. From the world's biggest dump truck to the largest radio telescope on Earth, here are 8 of the most monstrous machines of all time. Number 8. The Yacht Express. Most people never encounter the need to hire a boat for their boat, but just in case you need to move your yacht across the Atlantic in a timely fashion, there's the Yacht Express. I know, it's probably a problem you encounter often, right? Me too, I can totally relate. Owned by the Fort Lauderdale-based company Dockwise Yacht Transport, or DYT, the Yacht Express is the largest yacht transport vessel in the world and has provided the fastest available yacht delivery between Florida and the Mediterranean since its first voyage in 2007. The Yacht Express is 685.7 feet long, more than 130 feet longer than the previous largest yacht carrier, and 106 feet wide. It has 55,060 square feet of deck space and a carrying capacity of 4,536 tons. This powerful yacht carrier has a semi-submersible dock bay and can accommodate yachts of any class. It also has a unique float-on, float-off method for loading yachts. This is done by submerging the main deck to a depth suitable for boarding the boats, then dispatching divers to place temporary supports that keep the boats elevated as the ballast water is emptied and the carrier rises back above the waterline. Once the deck is dry, the yachts are welded to specially designed fastenings to keep them safely in place during transport. Designed to travel at a service speed of 18 knots, the introduction of the Yacht Express cut the previous 15-day transport journey between Florida and the Mediterranean to just 10 days. During the transatlantic voyage, yacht owners and their guests have access to the carrier's state-of-the-art facilities, including a conference room, fitness center, swimming pool, laundry facilities, complimentary cabins, and an atrium with a lounge. Enjoy the cruise while you travel with your yacht. Now that is next-level money right there. And you get to enjoy this giant, impressive piece of machinery. Number 7. Taisun Crane. With a safe working load of 22,046 tons, Taisun is the world's strongest crane and the world's biggest gantry or overhead crane. It set the world record for the heaviest weight lifted by a crane in April 2008, when it lifted a barge ballasted with water weighing 22,192 tons. Taisun operates at Yantai Raffles Shipyard in the city of Yantai in Shandong Province in northeastern China. This monster crane was designed and built to install very large integrated modules weighing up to 20,000 tons atop the hulls of vessels. In the absence of Taisun or a similarly strong crane, offshore vessels are typically built from the ground up in 1,000 to 2,000 pound modules. A lot of hookup, commissioning, and installation work must be done on board, with limited access and low efficiency. Taisun shortens a project schedule by making it possible for the lower and upper parts of a vessel to be built simultaneously. It also spares labor to the tune of up to 2 million man-hours and improves safety and quality. Number 6. The Prelude. The Prelude is a floating liquefied natural gas (FLNG) structure and the world's largest vessel. To give you an idea of its sheer size, the Prelude displaces as much water as 5 aircraft carriers. It's 1,601 feet long. If the Empire State Building were laid on its side next to the Prelude, the latter would be 147.6 feet longer. The Prelude's deck is longer than 4 soccer fields and as wide as the wings of a Boeing 747. Its storage tanks would fill 175 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Samsung's Heavy Industries began construction on the Prelude in South Korea in 2012. Upon its completion in July 2017, the vessel was towed to Shell's Prelude gas field about 125 miles north of the Western Australian coast. In 2018, the facility began extracting and processing gas at sea, which is done by pumping the gas up from below the seabed to the floating platform. The gas is then chilled to minus 259.6 degrees Fahrenheit. In June 2019, Prelude shipped its first liquefied gas cargo to customers in Asia via LNG vessels that pull up alongside the facility and fill their tanks. The Prelude isn't actually a boat because it must be towed to its destinations. It will remain at its current location for a predicted 25 years before being relocated elsewhere. The floating facility eliminates the need for long pipelines to land-based LNG processing plants, thanks to its ability to produce and offload gas to carriers. However, U.S. shale technology has led to cheaper gas, causing some to wonder if an expensive offshore facility is worth investing in. In 2016, Shell canceled its plans to build 3 more FLNG structures in collaboration with Samsung. Number 5. Belaz 75710. The world's largest and highest capacity payload dump truck, the Belaz 75710, debuted in 2013. It's made in Belarus by the state-owned company Belaz and is 27 feet tall, 32 feet wide, and 68 feet long. Empty, it weighs 396.8 tons. The Belaz 75710 can carry a 496-ton load, making it heavier than the Airbus A380, the largest passenger jumbo jet in existence. It's equipped with 8 6-foot 7-inch tires, each of which can support 112.4 tons. This unimaginably huge hauler is 6 times as powerful as modern Formula One race cars. It has 2 16-cylinder diesel engines which drive generators, producing energy to power 4 electric motors. To save fuel, it can run on 1 engine when empty. If one of the electric motors fails, the truck can still be driven to a repair garage, which comes in handy since not many machines out there are capable of hauling this one. This guy has a top speed of 40 miles per hour and can climb a 10% gradient at 25 miles per hour. Not too shabby considering its size. This behemoth dump truck comes with a price tag of around $7.5 million. Number 4. NASA Crawler Transporters. The NASA Crawler Transporters are a pair of colossal tracked vehicles designed to carry rockets and spacecraft to the launch pad at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. They've been in service for over 50 years and are expected to be used again in the future. Each machine is 131 feet long and 114 feet wide. The crawler transporter's height varies between 20 and 26 feet, depending on the position of the adjustable platform. It weighs 6 million pounds and has a load capacity of 18 million pounds, the equivalent of more than 20 fully loaded 777 airplanes. The crawler transporter is the largest self-powered land vehicle in the world. It's powered by locomotive and large electrical power generator engines and travels at a sluggish 1 mile per hour when loaded. After being delivered in 1965, the machines were first used during the Apollo, Skylab, and Apollo-Soyuz programs to transport Saturn 1B and Saturn V rockets. Between 1981 and 2011, they carried space shuttles. Although the shuttle fleet was retired in 2011, NASA has future plans for the crawler transporters and hopes to use one to transport commercially operated rockets and spacecraft to the launch pad. The other is currently being strengthened to accommodate a rocket and launch tower combination called the Space Launch System, or SLS. On January 21st of 2000, NASA's 2 crawler transporters, nicknamed Hans and Franz, were added to the National Register of Historic Places. Number 3. Komatsu D575A. Since 1991, Komatsu Limited Company in Osaka, Japan, has held the claim to fame as the manufacturer of the world's largest bulldozer, the Komatsu D575A. This 152.6-ton machine is powered by a 12-cylinder turbocharged 1,150 horsepower diesel engine. It's 38.5 feet long, 24 feet 3 inches wide, and 16 feet tall, with a ground clearance of 2.5 feet. The blade is 11 feet 11 inches high and 24 feet 3 inches wide, and can move 90 cubic yards of material per pass. When one of these bulldozers is transported from one job site to another, it must be disassembled into component form. It takes between 6 and 8 truckloads to move all the components from point A to point B. The West Virginia coal fields are the biggest utilizer of the D575A, with 17 of them operating in surface mines in the state. Most of them are used on Alpha Natural Resources sites in Appalachia. Surface mines in Canada and Australia are also among the primary users of the D575A. Fun fact, 2 of these beasts are in operation on New Zealand's South Island in the Stockton mine, and there's one being used in Las Vegas. I'll have to go check that out. Number 2. Overburden Conveyor Bridge F60. The Overburden Conveyor Bridge F60 is a series of 5 overburden conveyor bridges located in the Lusatian coalfields in Germany. At 1,647 feet long, 790 feet wide, and up to 260 feet tall, they constitute the world's longest vehicle and the largest movable industrial machine in the world. The F60 is appropriately nicknamed the Lying Eiffel Tower. In fact, if laid side by side, the Eiffel Tower would be a few hundred feet shorter than the F60. Weighing 13,600 metric tons, it's the second heaviest land vehicle ever made, beaten only by the giant bucket wheel excavator Bagger 293. Construction on the first conveyor bridge began in 1969 and was finished in 1972. The fifth and final bridge was started in 1988 and completed in 91. Number 1. FAST. Nicknamed Tianyan, the FAST, or 500-meter aperture spherical radio telescope, is the world's largest filled aperture radio telescope and the largest single-dish radio telescope. It's located in Pingtung County, Guizhou Province in southwest China, in a natural basin called the Daodang Depression. FAST has a diameter of 500 meters, far exceeding the second largest dish of its type, the 305-meter Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico. With a collection area of 2,109,700 square feet, it more than doubles Arecibo's coverage. The telescope's purpose is to detect radio waves from deep space. Because of its size, it can collect more radio waves and therefore fainter signals, enabling researchers to look deeper into space and further into the past. Construction began in 2011 after a 65-resident village was relocated to make room for the telescope, and another 9,110 people living within a 5-kilometer radius of the site were moved for the sake of creating a radio-quiet area. Relocating all those people cost the Chinese government around $269 million, and the telescope itself came at a price tag of $180 million. It was completed in July 2016. The telescope made its first confirmed discovery in October 2017, when it detected a pair of pulsars thousands of light years away. Hopefully, more exciting discoveries will come, and FAST will come to symbolize China's vast progress in space technology in recent years. Thanks for watching! Would you like to learn more about the biggest machines on the planet? There's always more where that came from. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time! Bye!